82% of Western expats in Thailand lose everything. Most people think Thailand is the ultimate escape. Cheap food, cheap rent, and a lifestyle where your pension magically lasts forever. But behind the beaches and street food is a statistic nobody wants to talk about. 82% of Western expats who move to Thailand lose everything. Their savings, their homes, their relationships, all gone. And the craziest part, almost every one of them believes the same thing. It won't happen to me. Today on Dark Side of Tourism, we're pulling back the curtain on the traps that destroy Western retirees every year. These aren't little mistakes. These are life-ruining decisions that drain bank accounts, break families apart, and send people home with nothing but flight debt and a suitcase. If you're thinking about moving to Thailand, watch closely. These are the reasons why so many Western expats lose everything. Reason 1. The cheap paradise illusion. Everyone arrives expecting $2 pad thai and a life that costs pocket change. And yes, that cheap version of Thailand exists, but only for the tourists who stay 2 weeks. The moment you want real air conditioning that doesn't die, food that won't upset your stomach, or healthcare that won't gamble with your life, the prices skyrocket. Locals pay one price. You as a foreigner pay another. And that dream of living cheap, it evaporates the moment you try to live like a normal Western adult instead of a backpacker on a 2-week holiday. Reason 2. The fast financial burn rate. Most retirees come with decent savings, a few $100,000. Enough, they think, to last a decade or two. 18 months later, it's often half gone. One British man arrived with $280,000. After a year and a half, he had under $40,000 left. And he's not unique. The British Embassy handles more than 400 broke expats every year who need to be flown home because they can't even afford a ticket. People don't run out of money slowly in Thailand. They run out fast because they believed the brochure version of the country, not the real one. Reason 3. The foreigner markup on everything. In Thailand, there's the price locals pay, and then there's the price you pay. A condo listed at 25,000 baht magically becomes 45,000 baht the moment a Western voice calls. Same building, same unit, just a different passport. Everything from rent to medical bills to simple electronics gets hit with this silent surcharge, and you don't even realize it's happening until you look at your bank balance and start wondering why your cheap life suddenly costs more than your old life back home. Reason 4. The real cost of living isn't what you expect. People arrive believing Thailand is cheap, and it can be if you live like a backpacker. But once you try to live a normal, comfortable Western life, the bills stack up fast. You start using the aircon more, and you start buying familiar food. You visit private hospitals instead of government ones. You take taxis instead of crowded buses. You want a place that feels like home, not a college dorm. And suddenly, your monthly spending looks a lot like what you were paying back home, and sometimes more. Retirees don't feel it right away. It creeps up slowly until one day they look at their bank balance and realize, hang on, this isn't cheap at all. That's how savings disappear faster than expected. Not because Thailand is expensive, but because living comfortably always costs more than the YouTube fantasies tell you. Reason 5, healthcare can bankrupt you overnight. Everyone brags about Thailand's amazing hospital, but nobody tells you how much they cost if you're not a tourist. Heart attack? $67,000. Average foreigner emergency bill? $45,000. Insurance refusing claims because you're not a tourist anymore? Extremely common. One American man had to sell his condo at a huge loss just to pay his hospital bill. After 3 years in Thailand, he flew home with only $8,000 left to his name. In Thailand, hospitals run on a simple rule. No cash, no treatment. And when you're older with pre-existing medical conditions, that rule destroys expats every single year. Reason 6. Visa rules change overnight, and you have zero control. Most expats don't realize how fragile their residency really is. One new rule, one updated policy, one random officer having a strict day, and suddenly you're no longer eligible. Border runs used to be easy, not anymore. Marriage visas used to be simple. Now rejection rates are way higher. Retirement visas now demand proof of money, insurance, paperwork, and constant rechecking. And even if you tick every box, immigration can still deny you, with no explanation at all. One Canadian man lived in Thailand 15 years with a wife, kids, and a business, and they still forced him to leave in 30 days after a rule change. Your entire life can disappear with a single stamp. Reason 7. Foreigners don't really own their businesses. A lot of Westerners come to Thailand dreaming of running a bar, cafe, or small shop. Then they discover the rule nobody warns them about. You're only allowed to own 49% of your own company. The other 51% legally belongs to Thai partner, which means they have the final say on everything. When the business starts making good money, that's when the trouble begins. Arguments, power struggles, partners voting you out, foreign owners losing everything they built. Many never see a single baht returned. It's legal, it's common, and it destroys people who thought they were protected. Reason 8. One cultural mistake can ruin your reputation. Thailand has unspoken social rules, and breaking them comes with real consequences. One outburst, one complaint said too directly, one moment of frustration, and suddenly you're that rude foreigner. People stop helping you. Shops avoid you. Services become unavailable, and your name gets quietly passed around as someone they don't want to deal with. In Thailand, staying calm is everything. Lose your temper once, and you can lose your entire support system. Reason 9. The language barrier is a bigger trap than people think. Tourists think Thai is easy enough. Expats eventually learn the truth. It's one of the hardest languages in Asia, and the tones make tiny mistakes sound like completely different words. You can learn basic phrases, but legal documents, medical forms, bank contracts, and anything important, forget it. That means you rely on translators, and every translator becomes a risk. Misunderstandings, wrong wording, or even someone who simply doesn't know the law well enough. One mistake in translation can cost you your money, your visa, or your entire plan for retirement. Reason 10. Health insurance isn't the safety net you think it is. A lot of expats believe insurance will protect them, but most policies in Thailand come with traps no one explains until it's too late. Anything you've ever had before, high blood pressure, asthma, a minor surgery years ago, can be marked as a pre-existing condition, and that means no coverage. Premiums explode once you hit your late 60s. After 70, coverage gets harder. After 75, many insurers simply stop accepting you. And when the big diagnosis hits, cancer, heart problems, organ failure, you're suddenly paying full price, which is why so many retirees burn through their entire savings in a single medical year. Reason 11. Relationship scams that look like love. Thailand has incredible people, but there's also a very real industry built around targeting lonely Western men. It doesn't start with money. It starts with kindness, attention, stability, months or years of trust. Then the emergencies begin. A relative is sick. The family business needs help. A loan just until payday, small amounts at first, then bigger ones. And when the money dries up, so does the relationship. Some men lose $100,000 to $300,000 before they realize the woman they plan to marry is running the same emotional playbook on multiple foreigners at once. Reason 12. The foreign condo trap. Buying a condo sounds like a smart move until you learn the fine print. Foreigners can only own up to 49% of a building. Developers oversell that 49% at high prices, then can't sell the remaining units to locals. What does that mean for you? The building becomes impossible to resell. Buyers disappear, prices drop, and you're stuck with an overpriced apartment in a market overloaded for the next 20+ years. When expats try to cash out, they often learn the ugly truth. There's no one left to buy it. Reason 13. The visa agent scam network. When visa rules get complicated, expats panic, and scammers know it. People pay $5,000 to $15,000 to special agents who promise guaranteed approvals and connections inside immigration. In reality, they submit the same basic paperwork you could have filed yourself. When it's rejected, they blame new rules, random bad luck, or officers being strict today. Your money is gone, your visa is still denied. Almost nobody gets refunded. This is one of the most common ways expats lose huge amounts fast. Reason 14. Political instability that hits foreigners. First, Thailand is beautiful but politically unpredictable. 19 military coups in the last century. When unrest hits, the first people affected are the foreigners. Banks freeze accounts. Government offices shut down. Curfews keep everyone inside. Immigration stops processing visas. Embassies get overwhelmed. And you can't vote, you can't protest, and you can't publicly complain without risking arrest. One wrong social media post can get you removed from the country instantly. Reason 15. The loneliness crisis. No one admits to. Most expats don't realize how much identity they lose when they leave home. Friends, routine, purpose, all gone overnight. A lot of retirees end up isolated, drinking too much, repeating the same days, seeing no real progress. Depression rates for expats in Thailand are over 3 times higher than at home. Suicide rates are also significantly higher, especially for older men. Being surrounded by tourists doesn't fix loneliness. In many cases, it makes it worse. Reason 16. Family breakdowns and lifelong regret. Living abroad feels exciting until the real world hits. Parents get sick, grandkids grow up, life events happen without you. Many expats can't afford to fly home quickly, can't deal with complicated visas, and can't liquidate assets fast enough in emergencies. By the time they get back, the moment has already passed. Many lose years with their families, years they can never get back. Reason 17. The brutal climate and air quality. Thailand's heat isn't beach holiday warm. It's dangerous. Temperatures above 35 degrees Celsius with extreme humidity push older expats into heat exhaustion, dehydration, and heart strain. Air quality spikes worse than Beijing. Allergies, asthma, coughs, and respiratory issues become a part of daily life, especially for retirees with existing conditions. And the electricity bill from running AC nonstop? That alone shocks most newcomers. Reason 18, the tax rule that shock newcomers. If you stay more than half the year, Thailand can tax your worldwide income. Pensions, investments, rental homes overseas. Almost nobody moving here knows this. Many learn too late after the tax bill arrives. Then add currency swings, inflation, and rising living costs. Your money goes further one year and then collapses the next. Retiring here on a fixed income becomes a financial roller coaster. Reason 19, property investments that lose value every year. Thailand's property market looks attractive from the outside, but prices have been falling, not rising. Oversupply has crushed demand. Condo buildings take over a year to sell a single unit. And the hidden bills, maintenance fees, sinking funds, new taxes, drain savings monthly. Many expats end up with a property they can't live in, can't sell, and can't afford to keep. Reason 20. Only 18% succeed because they prepare for disaster. The people who actually make it in Thailand do one thing differently. They expect everything to go wrong. They keep savings back home. They maintain residency back home. They use international insurance, not local basic plans. They learn the culture slowly and stay respectful. They never rely on one visa type, one bank, one plan, or one income source. They enjoy Thailand, but they don't depend on it for survival. The 82% who fail, they jump in blind, burn their bridges, and hope Thailand fixes the problems they were running from. If you made it this far, you've just seen the side of Thailand that never appears in the travel brochures. The truth is simple. Thailand isn't a cheap paradise. It's a beautiful country with real risks, real rules, and real consequences for people who arrive unprepared. 82% of Western expats lose everything here. The smart ones don't come to escape their past. They come with a plan, a backup plan, and a way out if things go bad. If this opened your eyes, hit subscribe for more dark tourism investigations. No sugarcoating, no fantasy, just the truth behind the world's most popular dream destinations. And let me know in the comments, would you still move to Thailand after hearing all this?